That is not unlike some of the conversations we have had within the Board of Trustees. We certainly do a lot of work, a lot of heavy lifting. We are really trying to learn from one another how to be in full relationship. So my deepest thanks to my colleagues. An amazing job. It's now my pleasure to introduce another wonderful colleague, Lucia Santini Field, who will present our Financial Advisors Report. Lucia.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Denise. I have the privilege of reporting to you broadly on the financial health of the association. I've observed the strong and steadfast leadership of both Larry Ladd and Dan Brody in this position, and their legacy is impressive. I'm very grateful for their guidance and support and for the patience and kindness of my colleagues on the board, the staff, and the many talented volunteers. The financial advisor serves as a member of the board and the executive committee, as well as the audit committee, employee benefits trust or health plan, retirement plan committee, investment committee for the Common Endowment Fund, and the Socially Responsible Investment Committee, which advises the investment committee of the Common Endowment. I will report briefly on the financial health of the association, the committees, and Beacon Press. I note the relatively modest and well-managed changes in most aspects of the association's financial results. I also report to you, as I have reported to the board and the administration, that I believe the board orientation and training program needs some improvement with regard to fiduciary duty. This duty, broadly outlined, encompasses many key areas, including stewardship and financial management. There's broad agreement to review and revise training to clear emphasis on these important topics, and I'm committed to working with those responsible to enhance future training in this way. As you will see in the Treasurer's report submitted by Tim Brennan, Treasurer and CFO, the association remains healthy. It's still too early to report on fiscal results of this year, but it appears that the balance sheet and income statement remain in decent shape. Beacon Press. The publishing industry has been buffeted by unrelenting changes in technology, distribution, and consumption. The performance of Beacon Press through this chaotic and murky cycle of change has been impressive beyond rational expectation. I strongly encourage you to listen to Helen Atwan's presentation on Friday at 9:15 or so. From Anita Hill to Reverend Dr. William J. Barber to Ibu Patel, Beacon Press publishes outstanding books by important thought leaders that affirm and promote the values of Unitarian Universalism and our liberal religious community. Beacon's books continue to garner very favorable press, and it is a critical asset of Unitarian Universalism. And through astute management and leadership, Beacon Press has gradually accumulated enough small surpluses to begin an endowment to be available in time of need, which is extraordinarily likely in the publishing field. Publishing is a low-margin business plagued by cyclical pressures and the vagaries of changing consumer preferences. We must commit to supporting Beacon Press throughout these cycles, and I'm pleased that my husband and I are among the first to support the strong future for Beacon Press with a small contribution. My written report, which is available on the website, provides an overview of each of the financial committees and their work. I'm pleased to report that the association is very well served by experienced and knowledgeable staff and volunteers. And there are risk management structures, including policies and procedures in place to ensure prudent financial management. I must note, however, that policies and procedures are not always followed. The board has recently begun a series of reviews and changes to policies to ensure that they are abundantly clear and well-connected, and as well as clear about consequences for potential non-compliance. A key responsibility of the financial advisor is to assist in the assessment of the committee's needs and to recruit qualified individuals to serve the association. Each of the committees has significant oversight responsibility for very important assets of the denomination and provides services to congregations, to ministers, to religious educators, and to staff. We seek to create a database of UUs with professional experience in these areas who may be willing to serve. We seek, too, to increase the diversity of perspective and experience on these committees. Please contact me through the UUA website if you have suggestions or interest in any of this work. We need you. Of all of the sources of income for our UUA, the APF Contributions Annual Program Fund is by far the most important, both for the amount and for the representation of our commitment to each other and to the promotion of our values in the world. Thank you. Our association has long sought to improve the formula, which has long been based on the number of members in a congregation, to a more equitable and sustainable formula. We're most grateful for the leadership and flexibility of the Southern region for piloting, yes, thank them very, very much. We thank you. For piloting a formula based on operating expenses rather than headcount. The APF task force learned a great deal about the wide variety of challenges and blessings of our congregations through this process. You will hear more about this, about honor congregations and the Generosity Network from Mary Catherine Mourn on Friday morning at 9:30 or so. Please help us to ensure the strong support of our faith in this important time for our faith and the world. This is a critical time for UU leadership and UU values in this country and around the world. We must remain committed to each other and to our values, and to demonstrate that commitment not only in our words and actions, but with our resources, spiritual, physical, emotional, and financial, despite differences, challenges, and disappointments. We are called on to summon our strength, our love, our compassion, and our forgiveness. We must remain steadfast in our pursuit of beloved community, and we must learn to grow and lead in these turbulent times. Thank you.